a hit. I'm a verb amongst adjectives. If the industry full of and my words is a laxative. I'm a maniac on these beats. I'm insane and it's not discreet. I'm enraged because y'all ain't see it. I'm spraying on every street and obtaining no whack opinion.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard game, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
This could be the turning point.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Burrow looking to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Burrow will throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. The Bengals had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Here's 3rd and 6. Now Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 37. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On second down, here's Mixon.
Nice and strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Everyone in the NFL is looking for mismatches, and T. Higgins' size and speed at receiver, that allows him to have those type of mismatches against most defenders. 6'4", ability to flat-out fly. They can use him everywhere, including in the slot. He's a dangerous playmaker and a big-time producer in the red zone. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
A pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll buy some time right. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll throw complete to Gus Edwards. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on a catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Jackson to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And Jackson throwing once more. He completes it to Beckham. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Now Lamar changing the look.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Edwards. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. but he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Edwards going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. Jackson's going to try the sneak. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up 3rd down.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
This time, Jackson will throw it out to his left. That is into the end zone for the Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, Jackson.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Great to see Edwards back doing what he does best. Mr. Dependable for the Ravens backfield. He's faced injury woes the last 2 years, missing all of 2021 and almost half of 2022. But back at full strength now, he can be a load.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They run once more with Edwards. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down and 6 now.
Up the middle, here's Edwards. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll run here with Edwards. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Gus Edwards.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him and let him cap things off.
Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going
as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball. One that they want to fix immediately.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. He was superb a week ago. 3 sacks in that affair. Now 1 here in the second quarter.
Well, how about our conversations this week? With him, it was pretty simple. He said, I've got a few combinations I can try it out they haven't seen yet. And on the flip side, they thought they had a plan to block him. Might need to come up with something else because he looks like
under pressure, and they got to him again. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They start the second half with Hill. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. First down, and it's Hill again. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
To throw is Jackson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And with a play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That was the veteran Jamie Collins busting through to make the stop.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, it's Hill. Down right around the 25. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Line to the left, and this will remain a one-touchdown game. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marcus Williams.
Down the right sideline. Inside the 10.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. The no run back here, fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Rocky Sin there to make the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Burrow on play action.
He's got his man on the crossing route. This is Higgins.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Higgins with the big play and coming off of back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. Those are plays you expect to see him make. Only the second player in Bengals history with 3,000 yards in his first 3 seasons.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete.
Touchdown!
Jamar Chase,
29 yards.
and the Bengals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
The sideline difference of a feeling between 3 and 6 is an astronomical.
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. There he goes, left side. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
This is 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Bengals are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down.
Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow steps away to his left.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
6 yards to go.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
Able to find Higgins.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, but here he finds his big tight end for good yardage, and that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to 11.
Forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
And this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, Edwards. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
A give up the gut to Hill. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down. Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They come up with one timeout and the 2-minute warning to work with. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Edwards. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Off the option, here's Edwards.
He will push his way down to about the 14. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
This is Edwards. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This for the lead in the final stages. Tucker's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Burrow. Pass complete to Higgins.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here comes 2nd down. Now Burrow.
And this one complete to Smith.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready?
Now Burrow changing things up here. Here's Burrow.
Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To throw, Burrow.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bullard. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's 1st and goal. Burrow.
Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Throwing, Burrow.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over their kicker to get him back to even, and he does does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
At their own 25-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. Fair catch called for and taken. So the ball brought up to the 25 to begin this overtime session. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Again, it's Edwards. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
2nd and 6. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Dumps it off to Edwards. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now it's 3rd and 4.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Miles Murphy brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. The Ravens send their punt around now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Jones on the return.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys. They're like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Mixing up the middle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
82 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to him.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Again, it's Mixon.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Stay tough, boys. Stay tough.
So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true.